Jadakiss Luxury Lifestyle, Biography, Net Worth, Income, Houses. Hello, and welcome to Pro Luxury Exhibitions. If you're looking to get the juicy gist of your favorite celebrities' glitz and glam lifestyle, you've come to the right place. Today, we will talk about yet another celebrity artist, Jerome Phillips, better known by his stage name, Jadakiss. Jadakiss is an African-American rapper who is a member of the Lox, Ruff Ryders, and a co-owner of D-Block Records. Before we get into the full video, please hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notifications by hitting the bell button. Without further delay, let's get right into the video. Jadakiss, real name Jason Terrence Phillips, was born in Yonkers, New York on 27th of May, 1975. He got interested in music at a pretty young age, and when he was 12, he started selling drugs because his parents told him to start making his own money. He learned about freestyle rapping after seeing people doing it on the streets, so he decided to do that instead. Through freestyling, he met Sheek Louch and Styles P, and they became friends. He gained some street popularity because of his freestyles, and he then entered a freestyle competition in Florida where he caught the attention of the founders of Ruff Ryders. Not long after, he formed a rap group with Styles P and Louch named the Warlocks, and they recorded a demo. They met Mary J. Blige, who was impressed by their flow, and she helped to promote them by giving their demo to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy then signed them to Bad Boy, his record label. That is how Jada began his music career. Puff Daddy shortened their group name from the Warlocks to the Lox. Their first appearance was in the Fuck What You Think EP by The Main Source in 1994. They performed on the song Set It Off. The group started writing music and performing with the other Bad Boy artists on hit songs like I Got the Power and It's All About the Benjamins by Puff Daddy, Last Day by the Notorious Big, Can't Get You Off of My Mind by Mary J. Blige, and Honey by Mariah Carey. They got close to Big, especially Jadakiss, which is why the group did a tribute to Big after his death in 1997. They titled it, We'll Always Love You, Big Papa. This was their first hit song, which was included on Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You as the B-side. The commercial success and good response to the single encouraged them to write more songs, and they released their first studio album, Money, Power, and Respect. The Lox did not like Bad Boy's production style, which didn't align with their street aesthetic, so they left the label and signed with Ruff Ryders. They dropped their next album, We Are the Streets, while signed to Ruff Ryders in 2000. It was number 5 on the Billboard 200 and 2 on the U.S. R&B hip-hop albums chart. Timbaland and Swiss Beats produced some of the tracks. Jadakiss started pursuing his career as a solo artist in 2001, and he dropped his debut album in August 2001, Kiss That Game Goodbye, under Ruff Ryders and Interscope. The album successfully sold over 200,000 copies on the week it dropped. The RIAA certified the album gold and featured artists and producers like Snoop Dogg, Swiss Beats, DJ Premier, DMX, Nas, The Alchemist, and Eve. The album featured tracks like Put Your Hands Up, Knock Yourself Out, and We Gonna Make It, featuring Styles P. His following album was The Kiss of Death, which was released in June 2004. Some featured artists are Eminem, Pharrell Williams, Kanye West, The Lox, DJ Quick, Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, and others. A single off the album, Why, was one of the biggest hits that year. It featured Anthony Hamilton, and the remix featured Nas, Styles P, and Common. Why hit number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is considered Jada's biggest hit. Another single, You Make Me Wanna with Mariah Carey, hit number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100. Kiss of Death was much more successful than his first album and received better reviews. It featured on the top R&B hip-hop albums and on the Billboard 200 charts at number 1. Jada signed to Jay-Z's record label, Rockefeller Records, in 2007, and with that came many collaborations with fellow Rockefeller members. He collaborated with Beanie Sigel on Listenin', the album, DJ Khaled's album, and on Free at Last, Freeway's album. His next project was his 2009 album, The Last Kiss, which was released on April 7. He released 3 singles off the album before it dropped. The first one, By My Side, was dropped in October 2008 and featured Neo. The next one, Can't Stop Me, was released in February 2009, while the third single, Death Wish, was released in March 2009 and featured Lil Wayne. Another single dropped later that year titled Who's Real and featured Ojeda Juice Man and Swiss Beats. Jada left Rockefeller Records in 2010. In 2011, he was featured in 2 of DJ Khaled's songs, It Ain't Over Till It's Over, featuring Fabulous and Mary J. Blige, and Welcome to My Hood remix featuring Busta Rhymes, Mavado, Ace Hood, Waka Waka Flame, Bun B, Fat Joe, Twista, and Game. Jada released a mixtape, Consignment, in April 2012. He had an upcoming album, Top 5, Dead or Alive, and he released the first single off the album in June 2013. He titled the song Big Boy Dialogue and featured vocals from The Dream. His album was set to drop between September and October 2013, but there was so much delay, and he finally released it in November 2015. This album featured artists like Lil Wayne, Future, Wiz Khalifa, Akon, Nas, Neo, Styles P, Nipsey Hussle, Puff Daddy, Swiss Beats, Young Buck, Jeezy, and Chic Louch. The album received positive reviews and hit the Billboard 200 at number 4. The Lox came back together to release their first album since 2000, titled Filthy America, It's Beautiful, and features Gucci Mane, Fetty Wap, and Mobb Deep. It hit number 42 on the Billboard 200. Fabulous posted a picture on his Instagram with Jadakiss and captioned it, Freddie vs. Jason coming soon. This was hinting toward a joint project between the two. In April 2016, Jadakiss and Fabulous dropped a freestyle of Wicked, Future's song Purple Rain, but it was not released in the album as was the initial plan. They also announced that it would be an album, not a mixtape. They released a single that was supposed to be from the upcoming album in October 2017, titled Stand Up, featuring Future. But they eventually changed the album name to Friday on Elm Street. They released the album in November 2017, and it featured artists like Future, French Montana, and others. In March 2020, Jada dropped his 6th album, Ignatius. Since then, he has collaborated with artists on their albums like The Cartel by Trizzy the God, King of the North by Big B, and MKHL by Eliminate and MKHL. He was recently featured in a song with French Montana and Harry Fraud titled Bricks and Bags. Jada has had multiple incidences involving marijuana, weapons, and the police. He also had a beef with 50 Cent that started in 2004. He released several diss tracks about 50 Cent like Checkmate, Problem Child, and others. The two finally settled their beef, and Jada performed at 50 Cent's show. Jadakiss seems to be single at the moment, but he once dated Winter Ramos. He has 4 children, Jaywan, Jaden, Josh, and Jameer Phillips. Now that we know all about his personal life and successes in his career, let's check out his millionaire lifestyle and his major sources of income. Jadakiss has an estimated $6 million net worth as of June 2022. Apart from his music, he is involved in other businesses. He is co-founder of So Rapsy, an online multimedia company, and he owns a juice bar with Styles P in Yonkers named Juices for Life. The bar now has 4 other branches. He also has contracts with companies like Coogie, FUBU, Express Smile Atlanta, and New Balance. The 47-year-old has a big house in New York City. It contains a living room, steam room, gym, and sauna. He has a collection of cars, among which are a Range Rover, a Porsche, a Hummer, and others. Jada is a fanboy of jewelry. He has his collection of gold chains that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and an 18-karat golden Rolex watch that is waterproof. The rapper also knows his shoes. He has a collection of expensive shoes from top brands like Nike Air Force and Air Jordan. Despite the controversies in his career, Jadakiss is a great rapper, and his talent and hard work have made him who he is today. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more exciting videos from us, please consider clicking on that like button and subscribing to our channel. Also, please turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on our captivating luxury lifestyle videos.